The driver is the most important club in our bag, but yet so many golfers are struggling with it, and worse, they do not have a plan to fix it. Well, today I'm changing that because I'm going to run you through a brand new 4-step system that I have developed to help you learn from scratch how to hit your driver longer, straighter, and more consistently. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Now, before we get started with the actual system, I need you to draw this template on the ground. Now, I have used a powdered foot spray because when you spray it, it sets nice and white and it gives you these clear lines. Let me break down what I have drawn. The first line I have drawn is an arrow. This arrow is just pointing down towards the target. This could be the middle of the fairway or just a flag on the driving range that you're aiming at. The second line, and this is really important, is your sternum line. So when you're set up to the ball, you want your sternum to be in this position. And the third line is going to be your lead shoulder joint, your left shoulder joint line for a right-handed golfer. In terms of where we position the golf ball, we are going to go on this lead line, so underneath the lead shoulder joint, where the line intersects with the target line. Now, as a general rule, the slower your club head speed is, the more you want to hit up on the golf ball. But what I'm going to do today is build you a system that allows you to hit slightly on the way up. Now, the reason I'm going for slightly on the way up is for most golfers in this video, this is going to allow you to optimize for distance, but also accuracy. Okay, great. So now we've done that. Now let's go into the setup. Now, the very first thing we need to do to help us control where this club face is pointing and to be able to create leverage and speed is get our hands on the club correctly. But in order to do this, because I see so many amateurs get this wrong, we're going to get rid of the driver and bring in a training aid. Now, this training aid is very simply an alignment stick. If you don't have an alignment stick, grab something very similar to this. The reason being is because it's so thin. When it's so thin and I take my grip, it automatically forces the club more into the fingers. So you can see if I set up here gripping an alignment stick, that's a pretty darn neutral grip right there. It's a good grip. Now, obviously, there are different kinds of grips. You have weaker grips, stronger grips, but there are a few key principles that I like golfers to get, and this helps you get them straight away. The first one is I love for golfers to grip it a little bit more towards the fingers. This allows you to generate a little bit more leverage so you can get a little bit extra club head speed. The second thing is it gets this heel pad on top of the alignment stick or the grip. Now think about, again, when we're trying to create that leverage, if we want to control the club, think about a hammer. If I'm hammering in a nail, I want that to be, the handle to be right below the heel pad right there, because that allows me to have that stability as I'm putting force and speed through the hands. And the other thing is it gets the right hand in a really good position as well. If I grip it with the trail hands, you can see it gets it in the fingers, and then that right hand can cover the thumb. So now we got our hands on the club correctly. Now let's start to build out this setup, starting from the face-on view. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to get into a position to where you have a stance width that's a little bit wider than your shoulders. This provides us a great base to be able to shift, rotate, but also set our body slightly behind the ball to be able to hit up on the golf ball. Now from there, I want you to take your grip with your lead hand on first and just hold the club out in front of you. As you hold the club out in front of you, I want you to feel like you can slide your right hand slightly down your trail leg and make sure then your sternum is over the middle line and your left shoulder is over the lead line. From there, bring your right hand from an under position, grip it in the fingers, cover the thumb, and then bend down to the golf ball just like so. So you can see here, I've set the lead arm and the club in one straight line. I've got my sternum roughly over this middle line, the left shoulder roughly over that lead line. And you can see here from the downline view, my right arm is a little softer. It sits just a little bit in. This allows me to angle my shoulders in a neutral to slightly closed position, promoting a swing that's a lot more around me from the inside, and it helps me hit up on the golf ball. Let's now go into step 2 and let's learn to swing this club dynamically around our body. So I wanted to interrupt the video to let you know that I am doing golf schools with a coach called Trevor Salzman, a tour coach. Now these golf schools are phenomenal. We have created a 2-day curriculum that is either being held in Boston or Orlando, depending on what time of year it is, and they have been phenomenal. We've had Barbara, who has gained 60 yards off the tee with her driver after being told a week earlier that she had no hope of gaining distance because she was too old by a PGA pro. Now that makes me sick, and if you are in a similar situation where you've been told you cannot do something, come to Trevor and I, because we will get you on the right pathway. We will fix you, because we love coaching, we love helping people, and these golf schools are awesome. So this is now where the fun stuff sort of begins. This is where the system that I've really created really comes into its own, because it gets you swinging the club on plane and moving with some speed, so you're going to hit the ball far as well as straight. So the first exercise I want you to do is a feet together drill. Now again, this is where these drills come in beautifully. So we're going to set up to the golf ball. You can do your normal setup if you want. So make sure the left shoulder's on the lead line, sternum's on the middle line. Close your feet up so your feet are now together. And you can still see when I do this, my sternum is still over that line and my left shoulder is still over the lead line, pretty much. Now, from there, I want you to flip the club over. You've got two objectives. You are going to make number one a swoosh in the backswing, and number two a swoosh in the downswing. Now the location of those swishes is really important. In the backswing, I want that swoosh to be roughly around anywhere from waist high to shoulder high, so in this midsection area. This is really important because it gets me taking the club back with speed. Now, we have to have a fast backswing. As much as people think you take it back low and slow, you don't. Bernhard Langer is 67 years old. His backswing takes 2/3 of a second. Most amateurs' backswing take well over a second. So a lot of issues of reverse pivoting, swaying, taking the club inside, taking it away, collapsing the arms at the top, a lot of that is caused by simply just not having a dynamic enough backswing. So hearing that swoosh will solve a lot of it. It'll get the club working back on plane, and you can see when I get to the top, it gets me in a really good position. Now the second swoosh wants to be at this second line. So it wants to be basically where the golf ball is there, maybe even a smidge after it. This will get you learning to lag the club, so pull the club, but then release it at the correct time. If your swoosh is back here, it means you're casting. So feet together, swish, swoosh. Now when you're doing this, still try and imagine the shot shape you're trying to hit. I like to hit a little bit of a draw, so I'm going to still feel like I'm having that draw by a swing. So here, swish, 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 swish. And if I play that back, you'll actually see that forms a really good foundation of a great golf swing. Yes, it gets my swing a little longer, but it's still shallowing the club out, it's still getting it in a great position. And actually, I would say getting that longer swing through good rotation and through moving that club dynamically is going to be far better for most of you, and it means you're going to hit the ball a lot further. Now, once you've done that a couple times, then do some rehearsal swings, recreating those same feelings. Swish in the backswing, swish in the downswing, feet together on this sternum line. Swish in the backswing, swish in the downswing, there we go. Swish. So let me give this a go for you just like so. So I'm in this good position. I still feel like that right arm's a little softer. My feet are together. Swish in the backswing, swish at the ball in the downswing. And you can see there, I have ripped that drive dead straight. Now that I've done that, I'm then going to go to phase 3. So phase 3, flip the club over, and now we're going to go back to a wider stance. So widen out the foot, widen out the foot. Now, the focus on this one is to, again, get the setup right. Sternum on the middle line, left shoulder on the lead line. Still going to make the swishes. Swish in the backswing as fast as you can. Swish at the golf ball on the way down. The key thing I want you to now do here is I now want you to pay attention to when you make that second swoosh, where is your weight finishing? I just want it to finish on the left side. Stage 4 is going to be about the follow through, and we'll go through that in more detail. I just want you to pay attention to translating the feels from stage 2 into this and just feeling like you finish on that left side. So let me do it here. Swish in the backswing, swish in the downswing. Get that good setup. Swish, swish. Let me do it again. Swish, swish. And you can see this is forming the foundation. Swish, swish. So I'm going to go here, sternum, left arm on the club, one straight line, left shoulder on that line, ball position good, right arm slightly lower. Great. Now I can give this one a bit of a whack. Whoosh in the backswing, whoosh at the golf ball.
And that's a really nice drive right there, just down the right side of the driving range. And that's going to start to get me into some much better positions. I might go feet together just to get the correct feeling. Great. Now I'm going to widen the stance out. Same thing. Great. And then I'm going to hit a shot. Same consistent feelings, feeling like I can get everything working correctly around the body and get in the ball position, sternum in the right spot, right arm soft. Awesome. Give it a whack. So now let's move on to level 4, and this is our final level for today. And this is going to get you into a great follow-through position and teach you how to rotate. So here's what I want you to do. Again, I want you to get into this system like we've done, but this time I want you to grip the club and place it on your left hip, your lead hip. Grip down on the shaft just like so. Now, keeping your ear, your right ear, your trail ear over this sternum line, I want you to feel like you can turn your hips towards the target and push your belt buckle over your lead foot. So right here, now we're starting to develop some good thoracic extension, which is a fancy word of just chest up to the sky. We're getting into a really good body angle. We've got our weight on our left side. I've turned my hips and my chest. And if I extend my arms out, I've got a really good release right there. So you can do that a few times before you get to this position. So now what I would like you to do is do some flip the club over exercises, swish in the backswing, swish in the downswing. You can even go back to the narrow stance again, feet together, and feel like you come down and you stop at this right shoulder just at or before the golf ball and your right arm parallel to the ground. It'll teach you how to get that rotation. That stopping motion teaches you how to work the left side of your body, which gives you that rotation. It is crucial you get that right. And I'm feeling like my right shoulder sort of stops at the ball. This is amazing sort of swing thought to help you out on the golf course, especially for you slicers. You slicers would look like this. Your chest would be coming open. So go there to the top and stop right here. And you can see my arms are in a great position. I'm feeling like I'm swinging a little in to out. My arms are in a great position. Flip the club over. I might go back to a wider stance on this one here. And look, I'm stopping there. That's getting me into a really good follow through. I could be wide, I could be here. Often you'll see golfers rehinge it for the speed, but essentially it's getting that chest turning and it's allowing me to release the club, hitting some really good shots. So if I do this here, good setup, feel like my right shoulder stops at the ball. By the time I get to right arm parallel, you'll notice a really nice in to out draw bias ball flight. And you can see that really nice strike I hit from the inside. Felt like I hit even more on the way up, and that's going to start to get you some better results. And the key is move fast. Do this with some speed. Fast backswing, fast downswing. And that is the best one yet. And guess what? I felt like I had a really fast backswing there. I felt like I kept my height and I had fast arms on the way down. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment section. And if you have enjoyed today's video, please give the video a like and the channel a subscribe.